Hey guys, it's Kenny here. I've just finished balancing my carbs on the CBR to 50 RR. We've also cleaned up the jets and all that too as well. And so far so good. She's idling like a champ. Sounds completely different to when I first got it. Yeah, she idles very stable. I'm gonna take her out for a spin. This is my first video, guys. Finally got my microphone all set up, and yeah, hopefully she runs well. Just take her out for a spin. The weather in Melbourne sucks. It's very windy. Sun comes in and out when it wants to. So yeah, like I said before, this is my first video. I've tried several attempts to make videos, but none of them seems to be clear. Too much wind noise and stuff. Alright, let's have a look. Responsive. It doesn't vibrate as much as well too. Seems to be really good. The response is awesome. I used to get this bog around about 5,000–6,000 revs. Doesn't seem to be there anymore. Just pulls from about 5,000. Wow, what a difference. Wow. Jeez, it goes so much different. It's got pull from about between 5 and 7,000. It's got this little pull. Before this, when I first got the bike, wow, it was just a slug. A bit of history on this bike. I picked this bike up around about 4 months ago. It had 31,000 kilometers on the clock, but as you might already know, most of these bikes are 23 years old. 23 years old now. And yeah, they could have, you know, done a million kilometers already and just clicked back to zero and started it again. No one ever knows, but this engine's not the original engine that came with the motorbike. When I first got it, the engine number that belongs on this engine here didn't match up with the rego label on the bike itself. That gave me a bit of an idea that this engine was actually swapped in. I think the old motor popped or died along the way or something like that. So this motor is pretty clean. I opened it up, checked the clutch, basket, sump, oil pickup, and I also checked the stator too as well. I replaced the stator with a brand new one from some guy in, I think, Geelong rewinds stators. So yeah, I replaced that. The engine inside is very clean. There's no tarnish or any signs of burnt oil. It was very clean. So must have been a very low kilometer engine when it was put in. I first day I got it home, I went and washed it. Stupid me, didn't know how to wash a bike. I washed the bike like I'd washed the car. Went got the high pressure machine on it and just started going crazy at it, and that caused problems. I ended up shorting something out on the rectifier regulator, and yeah, that burnt a lot of the wires underneath the seat. It burnt the starter solenoid wires. It fused two of the stator wires together. There was three wires, three-phase rectifier, so two of them fused together. Yeah, and the battery exploded. Well, didn't explode, but kind of erupted, kind of leaked acid all over the swing arm and the engine. So that wasn't a good sign. So the first 2 months, kind of dug around, tried to figure out what was wrong, and yeah, 2 months later, I replaced the rectifier with a 600RR 07 upwards. They come with a MOSFET rectifier, which is better than the old shunt type. It didn't get as hot. I replaced that, bought it on eBay from the US for 80 bucks. I hardwired it instead of using the old factory rectifier harness wiring. I found that would be a better idea since the old wiring kind of fused itself together. I actually got a boost in voltage while at idle. It was beforehand I would get around about 12.7 volts at idle. I get around 14 stable now, no matter what the RPM range. Now it's between 14.7, so it's always up there. My headlights don't dim, which is good, and don't have to worry about the battery getting flat ever, so the battery is always topped up. What else did I do? I changed the stator, of course, because I just had a feeling that the old stator wasn't that good. Got it recoiled by Geelong Recoil. It's about $250. Excellent job. That probably contributed to the stable 14 volts at idle too as well. The reason why I changed the rectifier to a MOSFET type was that with the CBR 250s, they seem to have a lot of problems with their regulator rectifiers. They always seem to go out pretty easy. I think it's due to the way it was designed, you know. No cooling fins on them, they were just flat, no cooling fins. It was just the design. The design was hopeless. The whole bike was fine, but Honda engineers decided to make a rectifier regulator that sucked. It's been brought up so many times on the forums, so I thought, hey, well, you know, I might as well replace it with something that's a bit better, bulletproof, and well known. There are a lot of people on the Triumph and Ducati forums. What they do is they source a 07 upwards CBR 600RR MOSFET rectifier. It's a Shindingen MOSFET rectifier, and apparently they're one of the most reliable rectifiers, if not the world, for motorbikes. So I thought, well, what the hell, might as well spend that $80 on getting something that's a bit better instead of buying something that's going to fail anyway. And yeah, got home, read a few forums. Well, I went on Google and I typed in MOSFET rectifier install, and a lot of people have converted from the old shunt type, you know, rectifiers to the MOSFET ones. Hardwired it, and bam, you know, my bike started first go. Never had a problem. I haven't had a problem since, in the rain, everything. I've been riding in the rain, cold, hot, whatever. Take the fairings off, touch the rectifier, and it's cool as. I haven't had a problem with it. Didn't heat up, nothing on me. So, all in all, awesome upgrade. If any of you guys there are experiencing, you know, crappy rectifiers, regulators, replace it. Replace it with a 07 upwards rectifier. I changed the battery to a AGM. I think it was absorbed glass matte battery. Paid 80 bucks for it from AMX. Haven't had a problem since. The battery's always on a tender, on a trickle charger, so yeah, it doesn't make a difference anyway. So it hasn't died on me. Starts first go. Ever since I've balanced the carbs and cleaned them out the second time, well, which is yesterday. God damn, she runs great. Before that, she would have a bog. She would just wouldn't accelerate at around 5 to 6,000. Now I can actually comfortably cruise around in that rev range. I'm surprised. What else did I do? Oh yeah, I changed the rear sprocket, front sprocket, and the chain. The old chain had tight spots in it. Front and rear sprockets. Front sprocket had 3 teeth missing, and the rear sprocket had 1. I didn't want to take a chance, so I just went and bought brand new ones. The JT sprockets, I used front and rear, and DID chain, and magnificent. I went up 2 teeth on the rear, so basically my gear ratios are from an MC19. Did it help? Oh yeah, she accelerates a lot better compared to the old 52 teeth 52 teeth sprocket. A lot of my friends have ridden this motorbike, and I'm actually surprised at what she can do for a 250. What else? I replaced the front fork seals. They were shot, both of them, when I first got the bike. Took me about half an hour to replace. First I thought, nah, it's too hard, I wouldn't do it. I bought the parts already and just sat there. Thank you. And yeah, I was just sitting on my table, and I said, well, I'll get a professional to do it for me, you know, just in case something does happen. I called up a motorbike mechanic around the corner from me, and he wanted $285 to replace the fork seals, and that's with me providing all the materials. So I said, nah, I'll do it. Might as well. I had the wheels off anyway because I was getting the brand new tyres fitted on. And yeah, it took me half an hour. It didn't take me long at all. I would have thought it took me a long time. But no. Didn't take me long at all. Had the wheels off, changed brand new tyres on. Put brand new Pirelli Rosso 2s, Diablo Rosso 2s. To anyone out there that's got a learner bike, you know, they bought it second hand, please check your tyres. I cannot stress enough, tyres are the most important thing on a motorcycle. They are the only things that keep you strapped to the ground, to the floor. And having old tyres or crappy tyres, that won't help you in any way, you know. These cars, cages in front of us are not forgiving. Once you hit them, it'll hit you, it will hurt. I haven't had a fall off yet, but I don't want to, so I went and bought brand new tyres. My previous tyres weren't bad, as in tread wise, but they were old. My old tyres were 7 years old. 7 years? 2007. They were produced in 2007, so I rang up a local tyre fitter. He's a mobile tyre fitter, Bruce, from I think it was Triple MS. He's awesome, guys. You need someone to fit your tyres, I look for Bruce at Triple MS, I think, top of my head. He is an awesome tyre fitter. He told me that tyres should be only used for around about 2 years. 3 years tops, 2 years. And yeah, what are we doing? Yeah, 2 years max. No longer 3 years, yeah, if you don't ride that much. But after that 3 years, you should be changing your tyres. You shouldn't be keeping old tyres on your bike, because it's dangerous. Come on, guys, it's dangerous. You know, people say, you know, it's a waste of money. Don't want to spend that money. I'd rather spend it on performance mods on the bike. ... Tyres are the most important thing on the bike. Without tyres, you'll have no grip. When you have no grip, you die. You get hurt. Something like that. Don't take your chances. Don't buy crappy tyres that you never heard of, like Shinko. Buy something good, branded, Pirelli, Bridgestone, Michelin, something along those lines. You know, something good. That extra $50 to $100 goes a long way. I've had these tyres on my bike for around about 1,000 kilometers now, and they still look virtually new. I'm surprised. I ride like a pansy, like as you can see. I ride like a girl, yeah. But I'm still learning. I've only been riding for the last 2 months. Yeah. Yeah, tyres have oh, idiot. What a butcher. Fucking butcher. Yeah, so I changed the tyres, sprocket, chain, rectifier. What else? Brake pads, that's the second important on the list. Make sure you have adequate brakes. You know, without brakes it's kind of useless too. Well, you got to stop here. Front and rear brakes, got some Metal Gear sintered ones, sintered, whatever you call them. Awesome. Stops on a dime. Slap the brakes, just nab it and it'll just stop. The previous brake pads I had were SBS and they were shocking, and I'd have to jam the brakes on for the front to even stop, or even the rear to slide. These brake pads now, just touch it and that's it. Nah, these things will lock up. She goes well. She goes very well. friends have been saying that even the mechanic that did my roadworthy, Jason from JMS, he actually said that my bike's pretty clean. When I first bought it, it wasn't. After I spent thousands on it, of course. I can proudly say that this is probably one of the cleanest CBR 250s out there on the market now, or anywhere in Australia. I haven't rebuilt every single thing on it, but for a daily ridden bike, it's one of the cleanest CBR 250s out there. It's not a you know, a garage queen, show queen. I ride it every day. I give it to her every day, and she loves it. She loves it. What else? Brakes, tires, chains, sprocket, rectifier, battery, oil. I just used Penrite Racing 10W40 fully synthetic. Buy a bottle, 60 bucks, and you got 5 litres, so enough for 2 oil changes. That's with the filter included. So filter will cost you around about $12 from Amex. I bought a few just in case I needed it. They only cost $12 for a K&N oil filter, which isn't much at all. I did change the shorty levers. Didn't like them. I had to use more effort for it to stop because the leverage wasn't there. So having longer levers, I've got the Tiger levers now. They work so much better. I don't have to use much effort at all to stop my bike. Previously, I just bought some eBay shorty levers and they were shocking. The clutch was harder to use, it made it heavier. The brake lever made it even heavier. Like, I'd have to use so much force just to clamp front down just for it to stop. But now, man, it stops. How I like it. Oh, that's how it should be anyway. Brake sensitive, good. So, in case you have, or in a case where you need to brake quickly in an emergency, you'd want the brakes to work, don't you? So yeah. Sorry about the audio, guys. It's a bit windy. I just wanted to make my first video. Just to say hello, or introduce myself to the YouTube family. Yeah. Wow, she got a lot better. Anyone out there who's got a CBR 250 or any other bike, or bikes in general, you guys should clean out your carbies and get it balanced. Wow, it makes a big difference. Big, it makes a difference. Not, oh, put an exhaust on, it makes a difference, kind of, you know, exhaust on or mods on to make a difference. This actually makes the bike more rideable, more easier to ride. Response is there, it's nice and crisp now. It idles like a champ. Before this, I had trouble starting it in the morning. Even with the choke on, I'd have to hold throttle there for at least a minute for it to actually hold its own idle. Now, tap the starter button, bam, she starts. If she doesn't, twist the throttle around about 5mm, bam, let it go, there she goes. Now she starts idling like a champ. I'm gonna have to worry about it anymore. The noise is awesome. Oh, I love that induction noise, it sounds bloody awesome. On a car, oh, it sounds good, but on a bike, it's because it's sitting so close to the engine, the airbox is just underneath this little fuel tank thing. Oh yeah, it's right here, the trumpets. God damn. Sounds great, goes great, looks great. I've got the entire package here. Yeah, well, I bought this bike cheap. Originally I wanted to get a Ninja 300, right? They look sexy, I cannot fault that, but the engine sounds like a freaking lawnmower. I don't like the sound of them. If it wasn't on 250, fair enough, you know, cool bananas. Come on, you've updated the freaking bike, Ninja 300, you expect something different and sound different. Bloody hell, it sounds exactly the same as Ninja 250. Why? Don't get it. It sounds my opinion, sounds like shit. It sounds like my lawnmower sounds better. This one? Look at that. Why not? Alright guys, that's my first video. If you've got any questions or any help, if you need any help fixing a bike, you're local in Melbourne, feel free to yeah, message me and see if I can help give you a hand. Have a good one guys, and have a safe new year. Ta.